First take all around. Woo!
Spring break.
No F-ups.
Well, I fucked up a little bit after.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I usually trim that part of the episode anyway.
Paul cameo. Oh.
I'm sure some of you have even longer times.
Huh.
Mine is 8272. That's a lot of hours. Temple of the Love Twinks.
Whoa.
It's just subscribed.
Oh my.
Oh, goodness me.
Oh my.
Oh my. Speaking of which, hey Doc.
Whoa, somebody says 17,896 hours.
You must go crazy on the Steam sales. Also, I learned, because we were like, that doesn't work for all games though. I mean, what about like...
Terraria.
I learned there was a story in Terraria. I learned there was a main plot, which if you play it at average speed, will take you 33 hours. I had no idea. Thought it was a sandbox game.
Blurp.
Which it is, but...
But it's still got a plot.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Justinelle. We'll go with that.
Justinelle.
And Jimus Mangoes has just subscribed. Welcome. Jimus Mangoes and Justinelle.
Yes.
Justinelle.
Kathleen kicks balls.
With the resub.
Woohoo! Whedon Project.
The Whedon Project has returned. Hello, Whedon Project.
So I had to look up a lot of Dragon Age stuff in order to write that story, and I learned that if you do not romance either Iron Bull, or Dorian, they will just start having a romance with each other, and they have some saucy dialogue.
They'll just leave you in the dust.
They'll leave you in the dust, and they'll go off together.
Yeah, Adam was telling us about his stream on the weekend. He
finally got with Iron Bull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was pretty excited about it.
I like that video games let you do things that you wouldn't normally do, like have sex with Kunari.
1,404 hours seems pretty good. 3174. Yeah.
He finally rolled.
These are all.
Alexander Ditto, it is amazing. Let me go. It's on the Dragon Age. Let me go find it and read it. It's so cute. It's on the Dragon Age wiki.
5369. It's pretty good.
That's a lot of hours.
That's you guys. Have a lot more games. I thought that we would be pretty high up on the list. Compared to most people, just because we have so many games that people have given to us, and we play all these different games and stuff.
But there's people who have their own accounts who just like.
Well, it's also we've only really had the account for
Graham,
a year. So.
Could you read Iron Bull? And Paul, could you read Dorian?
One sec. The Museless One has just subscribed. Thank you, the Museless One.
No muses.
From the Destiny clan.
All right, so you're Iron Bull, you're Dorian.
So, Dorian, about last night.
Discretion isn't your thing, is it?
3 times! Also, do you want those silky under things back, or did you leave those like a token? Or wait, did you forget them so you have an excuse to come back, you sly dog?
If you choose to leave your door unlocked like a savage, I may or may not come.
Speak for yourself. Ba-da-bum.
I think Paul did a much better job reading that. I did not feel your heart was in that dialogue.
I don't know what Iron Bull is like, or I would have tried to do a voice.
Yeah.
I infer from the name that he's like a big dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Also played by Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh right.
Doing a voice.
Yeah.
Not just.
Alexander Ditto says fan self. I read that and I was like, woo!
I like that there's that they have there's the BioWare thing which they've had for a while, that there's the opportunity for depending on what you choose as your character, there's the opportunity for same-sex relationships, but then if you don't do it, they just go off and do it by themselves. Like that.
He's a massive mercenary with a heart of gold.
It's like, we can't wait for the player to get involved with this.
A chest like 2 paving slabs. Adam rides the Iron D.
Yeah.
Oh my. So
A little
anyhow,
late for that subscription.
that we were filming. Actually, we were filming Friday nights when Adam came downstairs very excitedly and told us he was like,
Yeah.
"I'm leaving. Guess what I did today on my stream?" And I was like, "Tell me."
Today was a good day.
Let me pull up some of the stories that
So-
we did today.
Stories that we did not do today, but we could have, and decided not to. Because discretion, I guess. No, because we had better stuff. What do we got going on here?
I actually wanted to talk just real quick some other things in the WWE game, which because it looks really silly. Triple H and Sheamus and the Big Show, they're all like medieval kind of fighters, like because you know how Triple H has like that sort of almost like Norse warrior kind of motif, his whole like King of Kings outfit. It's just that actually with like an axe, and a hammer for him, of course. And like Sheamus is like a Celtic warrior, and the Big Show looks like he's got like William Wallace paint going on from Braveheart, and Roman Reigns is like a
gladiator or something.
He's a Roman centurion because his name is Roman Reigns.
The best one is
Very
Daniel
creative.
Bryan, which is he's just wearing a t-shirt.
Daniel Bryan's just wearing a t-shirt.
It's just him.
Yeah, I think. And randomly Trish Stratus is back for the game. It's a little weird. Anyway,
where did she go? Did they send her to an island?
she hasn't wrestled in years.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is she just like a super high-profile lady wrestler? And they wanted her back?
she was at the time. Yeah, she's probably one of the most recognizable lady wrestlers ever.
The same reason for why. I mean, The Rock doesn't wrestle anymore, but he's
Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
That's true.
is his comeback already over?
His comeback was he's never been week to week. Like he came back, he makes a couple appearances. He's made it clear that he's like for a period of time he was like, no, I'm trying to do movies now. I'm not doing the wrestling thing. And he sort of came around on that. And was like, that's dumb. I'm gonna I'll come back to wrestling whenever it makes sense for both of us.
right.
Yeah. But he's certainly not there week to week. Yeah. How far removed is this from what happens in the WWE anyway? I would love it if it was more like this. That would be sweet.
If they actually had superpowers in the WWE, like in just the everyday wrestling thing, they had like special effects and stuff, I would totally watch that.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, the game looks really dumb, but
Also fun.
yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure that the Bella twins are actually in the game. I'm pretty sure that they are just dressed as Mortal Kombat characters. Like they don't, as Paul said, they actually have mouths. They don't just have like masks, but they pretty much are just.
Melina and Kitana.
I think so. I think that's them. There's a third one as well. It's Green Jade, is it? Anyway, they're pretty much just from Mortal Kombat. It's weird. Anyway. Oh, right. Sorry. Thank you. TXE. That's the best part. So everyone has these different things, these different costumes, everything. The Undertaker is just the Undertaker.
The Undertaker defies time and space and all alternate dimensions.
Undertaker.
No matter where he goes, he's just the Undertaker.
Fun random trivia. There's a WWE and the Flintstones animated movie that was straight to Blu-ray earlier this year.
Graham's been telling a lot of people about this.
It's so stupid. It's
Graham's favorite topic.
No, it's not. It's just so dumb, and I think not in the. I think it's funny, but I don't think it's good dumb. I think it's just dumb. And they all have dumb names like John Cena Stone and Daniel Bryrock and Vince McMagma. Except, again, The Undertaker is just The Undertaker.
It might be in his contract that he's always just the Undertaker.
I guess.
I really hope that Vince McMahon is like the
Rock
is like the Shao Kahn equivalent in this thing. That he's going to be like the final boss.
Yeah, it's called like Stone Age Smackdown or Bedrock Beatdown or something, and it's the first animated thing that the Flintstones has done in 14 years. So it's like super relevant for their target audience of kids who've literally never heard of the Flintstones. It's such a weird idea. Anyway, the Undertaker is always the Undertaker. In this game, he's just dressed like he is normally.
Somebody says, is Rock Lesnar in it?
In the Flintstones thing?
Yeah.
No, but Gold Boulder is. which is insane also because Goldberg hasn't wrestled in the WWE since for 10 years. He was in WCW, they bought his contract, but he couldn't wrestle for some sort of weird thing, and then he was there for a couple months and then left. So why he's in this movie it doesn't matter. Anyway, gaming. Video gaming. Paul, you were saying.
All right, so we got... This is actually a story that I just saw while we were writing this. There's a new Sid Meier video game coming out. Starships.
Ooh.
Not to be confused with the Nicki Minaj song of the same name.
Right, yes.
This is...
that would be a weird cross-promotion.
That maybe. I haven't seen the ads. Maybe when the ads come out for it, they'll do it. But this is supposed to be Beyond Earth.
Oh, Beyond Earth.
So it's not actually a Civ game, but it's you're basically you're doing sort of the flying into space part of what is typically the end of the.
Do you build ships?
Civ. Yeah, you're building ships and making sure they work, and then making an interstellar fleet and all this kind of stuff. Seems pretty
Beyond
cool.
Earth.
Both Hannah and Barbera are dead. A169 asked. They died in 2001 and 2006.
And apparently if you have Beyond Earth, there's going to be some tie-ins between the two games. This isn't technically video game news, but it's awesome that there's a video you can see of how one of the Robot Chicken animators uses a power glove, a modded power glove, to help him with the animating.
There's a 7-minute video on Vimeo of him using it as a Bluetooth remote for he'll be animating and then he'll check the frames and go back to animating. It's really cool.
And also it has sensors and a speaker in it so that it says "fucking awesome" when you fist bump.
Because
it's a power glove and the awesomest thing ever.
Yeah.
Let's see. Things. This Hatred game is officially rated AO. The third game ever, apparently.
Sorry, just to go back to the Sid Meier thing. Some people in the chat who are talking disappointed that Beyond Earth was not as good as they hoped it would be. And Real Gamer Cow saying, if Starships is excellent, it just proves that they ran out of fucks to give while they were developing Beyond Earth. Which is...
interesting.
I guess, yeah. That is a firm position.
Look, Jay Blank says, I look forward to watching Cam tilt out about Starships.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Apparently people are saying it was bollocks. Crap. No, people don't like it. Apparently a lot of people are annoyed.
Cam said that it was that it was sort of technically fine, but he didn't really dig the actual storyline.
Yeah, it didn't live up to what he wanted.
But the actual gameplay was good. It just wasn't quite the sort of epic story he wanted to talk about. Okay, anyway.
Looking it up.
So Hatred is going to be adults only, at least in the current version, which is tough because basically nobody will release it. Will sell it. None of the consoles will sell it in their system. Not even Steam won't sell it. No retail stores will sell it. So it's going to be they're going to have a tough road to hoe here. They may have to scale it back, but the people are well, we could scale it back, but we feel that the fans would be disappointed, if there isn't enough visceral, horrible violence in it.
Yeah.
That people just won't. I mean, we could have just one intestine come out of the guy.
Rebellious Una.
At a certain point, what's the point?
Rebellious Una says, I thought it was back on Steam. It is. It got removed from Steam Greenlight for being awful and violent, and then put back on with an apology from Gabe Newell being it's not up to us to police the content of games.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have taken it down. If you guys think it's bad, then don't buy it, but we're putting it back on Greenlight so people can decide.
Yeah, we're not Apple here.
But now, because it's been rated adults only
by the ESRB,
it's on Steam Greenlight, but Steam does not sell adult-only games, so you can't buy it on Steam.
Yeah.
You won't be able to buy it on Steam.
When it's off Greenlight?
Yeah.
So it's basically...
So I guess if you want to see a bunch of racist shit, you can get it. You get it now.
I think it's more violent.
It's just violent.
Yeah.
It's just it's what is it? It's a man who hates humanity going on a genocide crusade or something. It's very
Genocides
strange.
are kind of racist.
No,
Depends on who it's against.
he's just killing everybody.
Yeah. I think he just wants to kill everybody.
Well,
Regardless of race or creed. He's just a horrible, horrible person.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked me really quickly if Disgaea 4 was the best place to start. No, Disgaea 1 is the best place to start. Go find that.
Steam does not sell Manhunt 2. They sell Manhunt 1.
Yes, Manhunt 1 did not get
It's fine.
rated AO.
Manhunt 2, not so much.
Yeah.
But there is actually, apparently there is a console version of Manhunt 2 that's scaled down a little bit.
Yep.
To make it... So maybe
Maybe they ported that version?
Maybe they ported the console one back? I don't know.
Who
Anyway.
knows?
I think Steam is based in the US, so I don't know. Maybe they follow ESRB ratings.
Oh,
I think it's just a blanket policy they have. I mean, considering it's come up 3 times, like they probably don't consider it that big a deal, and it's kind of a PR win on their side by saying like we don't star, in terms of like being like better for kids or whatever. Mm-hmm. And considering how often it comes up, it's not that often a deal. But anyway.
Mm-hmm. Captain Sheep, we're not actually talking about the Magic ban stuff today.
No.
I'm sure we'll address the ban list on the next episode of Tap Tap, but this isn't really a Magic
Stream
thing.
Speaking of distribution stuff, we've talked about this on and off since like ENN days, but a little while ago, Australia did finally get its M rating.
Congratulations, Australia!
The equivalent,
Your grown-ups!
their equivalent of an M rating. But every country rates things differently, and that happens between US and Canada often, where something will be like rated R in the US and rated 14A in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And so, despite Hotline Miami being rated, Hotline Miami 2, I should say, being rated in M rated in the US, in Australia they decided to just they declined to rate it, and so which is what they used to do to games that were
That's not
mature.
fair.
So they decided that they're withholding a rating for it, which means that games that don't have a rating can't be sold there. So it's one of those things where it's like why don't you just have an adults only rating, and that games that are rated adults only can't be sold?
Yeah.
Like
Why be a dick about it?
It's like
A child, actually.
We're not saying that you can't sell it. We're just saying that we're not going to rate it. The fact that you can't sell it is a side effect.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the problem. And so a fan of the previous game contacted the developer and was like, "I live in Australia. It looks like we're not going to be able to buy it here. Can I send you money?"
so I can get this game.
But it's like, if I get the game through other channels, can I send you money, in compensation for it? So morally, I feel better about it. And the developer was just like, no, if it's not in Australia, just pirate it. We don't care. Which is pretty funny.
Yeah, somebody was saying, here's a little bit of trivia. Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, probably one of my favorite games of all time. Possibly my favorite game of all time. Maybe my second favorite. Top 5. Rated M for mature here. Mm-hmm. E for everyone in Japan.
Their definition of everyone is a little different there.
What are their differences? Like, not differences. What do they consider?
Well, there's no, like, on-screen murdering in the game.
But, like, that's what I'm saying.
It's probably...
What in the game does North America have a problem with that Japan doesn't?
Probably the enslavement of an inferior race of people, the annihilation of the entire world, tough moral choices that require you to kill your friends.
Stuff?
Yeah, probably thematic violence.
All right.
The destroying of the whole world is...
Oh, probably demons, and the fact that Satan's in the game has probably got something a big thing to do with it.
Aren't some of the demons, like, not a lot, but one or two of the demon designs kind of like scantily clad.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they're not real demons. I guess that's probably the Japanese argument. They're not real. They're not real boobies we're showing you.
They're not real demons. I mean, it's not like it's an actual demon.
Yeah, Mara's not in that game. Mara, the sort of infamous Mega 10 demon that you can summon that is a penis on wheels. Mara, says Iko among.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess this is not actually like...
Penis chariot.
This hasn't actually just been like released, but it's not actually out yet, I don't think, but it's being demoed at conventions and stuff, is the XCOM board game.
Yeah.
Which, if you see like the demo videos of it, it looks awesome. It does look ridiculously complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Like they seem to be trying to emulate basically everything in the video game, but through like cards and dice and stuff. So it looks really complicated. But the awesome thing about it is that it comes, there's also a companion app for Android and iOS and PC and I think even web-based. That it almost acts like one of those like old school VCR games where you like played the tape and you have to play the game and the person on the tape would like come up and talk to you at different times.
That was fun.
And but it does that, except it's an app, so it can change, and so it can do stuff with like, you know, you have whatever, there's aliens attacking this place, you have 30 seconds to make a decision, and then the timer goes down, and then you have to like tell it, or you like tell it like how many bad guys are in a specific place, and then it reorganizes how it's going to give you challenges and stuff. So
this is very complicated,
and it can change each time. Oh yeah. Like it's a complicated board game, and then it has this additional part to it that adds more complication, which I feel like it's one of those games that like board game, people who are super into board games and really like getting in depth in it are like, this is the best thing ever. But it might be fairly opaque.
It's not entry level.
Definitely not an entry level thing. No. But it sounds like it could be super fun.
Someone in the chat said no Kingdom Hearts news ? So I looked it up. Apparently, the Kingdom Hearts 3 release date was announced, but accidentally, and is not actually the release date.
Whoopsie.
Yeah. Earlier this month, Bill Farmer, who is the voice of Goofy, made a comment believing the game would be released this year, as he has already completed his voice acting. However, developer Square Enix stated that there was a goof. The release date for Kingdom Hearts 3 remains unannounced.
So they probably...
That's the news from today. So I don't know if there's more news that I should know about.
So it might be the situation. Remember last week we said Nintendo, like there was this, Gung Ho and Nintendo had made this puzzle with Dragon Mario.
Dragons Mario.
And then Gung Ho had said it's coming out to North America, and Nintendo was like, no. But then at Nintendo Direct, like 2 days later, they're like, and Puzzles and Dragon Mario coming out in May, right? So that's probably the exact same stitch. Like Nintendo's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then they'll announce it on their own timeline.
Yeah.
And they're probably they'll be like, it's the announced, the release date has not been announced yet. Also, Goofy isn't going to be in the game anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone said someone's getting fired. It's like, he's the guy who does the voice of Goofy for Disney. I don't think he's getting fired over this.
Is he the real voice?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a Disney Square co-production. Like, they both work on the games.
I don't know. They have, I figure they have multiple people to do. They've got, like, first tier and second tier versions of every character, probably.
Maybe.
It's like, oh, this is
why would they do that? Why wouldn't they just pay the second tier character all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, but if they want like the really good voice,
I feel that
right. Yeah, he's been the voice of Goofy Bill Farmer has voiced Goofy for a very long time.
Yeah, I feel like Disney is not actually screwing around with like having cheaper versions. Like I feel if you're paying enough to license Goofy to be in your game or for your thing, then you are paying enough to pay that guy's salary.
Mm.
Well, I mean, there's a thing with like the Toy Story TV show had Colin Hanks do his voice.
Right.
Because Tom Hanks obviously has other shit to do.
Yeah.
And so anytime they need somebody to be Tom Hanks, they get his brother.
Yeah, but I'm sure Bill Farmer is not Tom Hanks busy.
Oh, yeah. Or expensive.
Third tier voice actor, always Gilbert Gottfried.
It's true. But nobody can do Gilbert Gottfried.
That was the best part about the Aladdin TV series, is he was the only voice actor that was the same.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Who else are you gonna get who can do that voice? It's just him doing his own voice.
Robin Williams probably had better stuff to do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gilbert Gottfried was like, sure, I'm around.
Oh, well, it was Dan Castellaneta who... God, you think he'd be busy playing Homer?
You'd think, but there's time between seasons. The Amazing Hobo has subscribed.
Yay!
The Amazing Hobo, thank you for subscribing.
Resubscribing, I think.
Oh, yeah.
else we got
And
going on?
other news. I think that was it. There's one more?
Just one that I thought is kind of fun. Or kind of interesting. This Boone Hill is a game that's coming out, or I don't know when it's coming out. It was kickstarted actually like a year ago, and so they're actually kind of behind on it. Awkward, but it's one of these games that, I mean, it sparks this whole like, what is a game thing, because it's literally you're in a it's like 8-bit style. You're in a cemetery, and you go around and read the tombstones, and they have like, they have birth, death, name, and then a little epitaph.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the game.
Okay.
The quote game.
Okay.
You go around and read these tombstones. And there isn't even really like, sometimes like two of them will have like, they're like brothers or
Like
something.
a connection,
But there isn't like a larger story even that you're uncovering throughout this.
Right.
It's just like, so this is an interesting idea. Like, it could just be like a PowerPoint presentation of pictures.
Yeah.
But
Because you're there.
They have it in the structure of a game.
That's really cool.
So, it's an interesting idea. Unfortunately, I mean, it's taking a little longer to actually put out than you think it would, considering how simple it is. But that's Kickstarter for you. It was originally going to be, I think it was $5,000, and then he made like 15 or
I look forward to Alex streaming this game and chat getting insanely salty about it. Yeah, a lot of folks don't like it when Alex plays exploration games.
Somebody says, any thoughts on North America not getting the non-XL new 3DS?
I'm sure we will. But that is odd. I assume they
A
have.
few people are upset, but I
assume they have sales numbers to back that up.
Yeah, and I've seen somebody on like a friend of mine complaining very loudly because she has small hands and a small purse and likes the normal size one. But like, I am thinking out of everybody I know who owns a 3DS and plays theirs a lot, and I don't know a single person who does not have an XL. Right? Like, the XL is just a bigger, nicer screen and a bigger form factor. So
you do not have big hands, and you prefer the XL.
the screen's bigger, that's why. It's not that much. It's, like, not uncomfortable to hold. It's not huge. Like, and it's still, like, I have a small purse, and it fits perfectly in there. In fact, what was one of the criteria for buying my purse was, did a 3DS fit in it? But besides the fact, I don't know anybody who... or I don't see anybody regularly. Like, when I go to PAX...
apart from...
the XLs.
Apart from the XL doesn't do faceplates.
Yeah, that's my complaint.
That's
but if you go to
sucks.
PAX and you look at the 3DSs, like, XLs are, like, probably 95% of them. So they're probably not releasing them here because they don't sell very well.
The other thing is the new one has the Amiibo sensor in it.
Yeah.
Does the XL not?
I don't know. I know the original 3DS did not. I don't know whether the XL does. But that's another fact. Like, if you wanted the smaller one,
there's
up until recently you had to have the like super old busted version.
They have the there's a new strategy RPG game for the 3DS that uses the amiibo, specifically the amiibos of Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah.
And you can just be like boop, and then you
Those come into your
just
game.
get the character from Fire Emblem in this other RPG
That's pretty sick.
for your party. Yeah, it seems really sweet.
Yeah, I was thinking it's kind of like the old Sonic and Knuckles cartridge for Sega, where for the Sega Genesis, where there was like you could play the Sonic and Knuckles game, but then you could also stick other Sonic games into the top, and it would add Knuckles to the game.
I still remember that commercial that played
That was crazy.
almost constantly around Christmas time that year. That was like telling you about the plug-in pack where they're like, and then you can play as Knuckles in Sonic 2 and 3. It was like a couple of elves talking to Santa, being like, check this out. It was like this awesome... It was a really neat idea.
It's also an integral part of the ridiculous tower that you can make on top of a Sega CD. Or on top of a Sega.
Oh, yeah. You can do like the...
With like the Sega channel thing and the...
There's like CD. 4 different peripherals you can stack up, yeah.
Anyway.
But,
the screen is also bigger on the new one.
If anybody's in touch with the Nintendo, Bravely Default Amiibos.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, buy the Ring... I don't have any use for it, but I would buy the Ring a Bell one just to have.
I feel like they're like the... I mean, they've been sort of rolling out the Amiibos slowly, but they... it's one of those things where they're going to keep churning them out, and they need new characters all the time. So I'm sure they're going to go into all their different properties.
Call Square Enix.
Whoop.
Yeah, I guess the trick... They've all been first-party things so far, haven't they? I guess that's the trick.
Third Strike.
Where they're actually going to start doing third-party content.
What did that person do?
They were just spamming the chat.
They were like...
Asking us to...
do things so they would follow us?
I guess.
I will do nothing for you. Nothing.
Although, speaking of which...
Subscriber commercials, which I am obligated to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there have been a few subscribers already. Subscribers.
Wait, hang on. New window. Where'd the other window go? It's gone. Gone
Goodbye.
forever.
T-Notifier. There's some saucy subscribers today.
Ooh.
Good night, Bufinka.
The T-Notifier just totally changed their interface.
Oh.
Neat.
Those are recent followers.
Oh, yes. Where's... Oh, it used to... Uh-oh.
Error.
That's not good.
Welcome, Error. Thank you for subscribing.
Yay! Error!
But if T-Notifier doesn't know, Lurbot knows. With a rusty carrot.
With the rusty carrot, I'm gonna stab you in the eye with the rusty carrot. Put it in there until you die. Puncture your brain and your spinal cord. Jam that carrot down inside your body. Then I'm gonna wrap it around your neck and pull it out your ear. Rusty carrot, just gonna floss you.
You gotta get a tetanus shot afterwards too.
Wow.
Well, that's that old folk song. I've got a rusty carrot.
I've got a rusty carrot, gonna jam it in your eye. Bling da bling bling. I've got a rusty carrot, gonna shove it in you till you die. Bling 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 bling.
Is that how does a carrot get rusty?
I don't know.
Jam it in your brain. Bling bling bling. Make you feel excruciating pain. Bling 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 bling. I've got a rusty carrot. Yes siree. Bling bling bling. Coming to the Grand Ole Opry this fall.
I very much doubt that.
I like that there's nothing you can think of that to do with a rusty carrot other than shoving it into somebody.
Yeah.
With a rusty carrot says, well, I wasn't expecting thing. We should do that as a crap shot. Well, I've got a rusty carrot.
Oh, good point, Lord Lundar. There's no word on how Canadians are going to get Rosalina's amiibo because the Targets are closing.
Could you just order it online through
Probably
Amazon?
Not. It'll probably sell out immediately.
Yeah, I'm actually annoyed that Target is closing. I feel that was a stupid move. I think they should have closed most of their stores, obviously, because they weren't profitable. But I mean, they've got 2 in Victoria.
Well,
they opened so many at once.
Yeah, they shouldn't have tried to replace every single Zellers with a Target simultaneously.
Because there was a reason Zellers went out of business, right?
And Zellers was like a low-end cheap shop. And they went out of business because they had too many
They opened
stores.
like 130 stores.
Yeah.
All at once.
And had really bad stock problems, where they should have just opened like 10 and then gradually expanded.
Yeah.
Which is smart.
It's a shame, because I know a couple people who work at Target, and it was a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was also, like, it was not as nice as the stores in the U.S.
Yeah, and
they couldn't keep stock in a lot of locations.
They had like stock problems.
Yeah.
And they had their prices were a lot higher. Like their prices weren't substantially cheaper for a lot of things than other places in Canada. Although there were things that were a lot cheaper at Target, and I would actually walk out to Target and, buy like $40 worth of stuff there occasionally. if I knew I needed really cheap shampoo and body wash and like makeup stuff because it was really cheap for
Sears
that
is trying to hire people from Target. That's nice.
That'd be good.
Better replace it with a store people care less about. I don't know, Dana's lazy. A lot of Canadians like going to Target.
We love Target.
Like Canadians do like Target, just apparently not enough that if you open 130 stores across Canada.
Well, the problem being, like I said, I think it's not that we didn't like Target, it's just that we got there and it didn't have very much, like, there's a lot of people who love going to Target in the US. I'm one of those people. Because it's cheap and I can buy things that are nice. It's like middle-class Walmart is what people call it.
Wait, Sears is super in business.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think...
There's nothing sadder than, like, a big department store with empty shelves, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But, like, I don't know. Meh. I got this dress at Target. It was like $10 on clearance. It's a plain black dress. I'll take it.
Kathleen.
Yes.
Canadians were a Target.
So this is the next subscriber is either James Ian Jam or Jamesian Jam.
Jamesian Jam. Jamesian Jam.
Like a jam that is Jamesian or
Yeah.
James Ian Jam.
Jamesian Jam. Proper given name of Jimber Jams.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Satchel one says, we like American Target. Canadian Target was decidedly not that.
It's true.
Yeah, well, I can go to American Target and it was like, ooh, a package of hair ties for like $2. Great. Theirs would be like $6 at home or like $5 at home. I will buy them here. Even with the exchange, I'm saving money. Right? And then you go to Target Canada and be like, this is the same price as it is every other store. Forget it, right? It'd still be like $5. All right, Jamesian Jam. James.
Go Bravor. We're actually welcoming subscribers right now. Welcome.
We were sidetracked about talking about Target.
VM Kid. Only moms are allowed to call Target Target. Hands up whose mother calls Target Target. That would be, yeah.
Well, I'm counting your mom.
Okay.
I don't have a mom. And she called Target anything and be like, but anyhow, Jamesian Jam. Jamesian Jam. Jamesian Jam, 4th Prime Minister of Canada, was widely recognized in the 1700s for declaring Canada a yogurt-free zone, for no real reason, as yogurt had not been invented. Some say he was a visionary for predicting the invention of cultured milk products that would be sold in supermarkets such as Target across the world, and some say he was actually quite insane. He was no longer Prime Minister after people found him snuggling with a tire in a hay bale.
History's greatest monster.
Yes.
I love yogurt. Sir Jamesian James.
Temple of the Lava Twinks.
Well, that sounds quite...
Fancy. Quite warm. Quite hot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hot. Twink. Do you know what twink means?
I do.
Okay. Very hot.
I get it.
Temple of the Lava Twinkies.
That's a different thing. Molten on the inside.
That's where you put a Twinkie in the microwave for like 45 seconds. Not cool.
No.
Ugh, that sounds awful.
I'm sure it probably is.
All right. Let's see. Oh, Omnicrat says I don't know what twink means. Twink is a term, as bear is a term for a gay man who is rugged and hairy and macho.
Big.
Usually, like a big guy has a beard. Like a tall, maybe a little bit chubby or something like that. Twink is basically the opposite of that. It's like a shorter, thinner, skinnier kind of guy who's not very hairy and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
So, Temple of the Lava Twinks. I don't know quite how to make this funny.
It's pretty funny on its own.
Maybe I could just read some Iron Bull and Dorian party banter sections again. And I can just change names.
That's not what this is about, Jaded Cynic.
Let's see.
It's also, you're thinking of DINK, which is double income, no kids. I've never heard twink be used for 2 income, no kids.
That's true. Twinking also when he like jacking up a low level character.
Yep, that's true. That is true. However, in context to Temple of the Lava Bears, we're assuming that Temple of the Lava Twinks is also this thing. But you could do whatever you want with it.
Okay, so twink means like having like a character who's like specifically designed for a specific.
No. It's like when you're running when a bunch of people.
Well, usually what it is somebody who's like, if you're like, you got like a level 80 WoW character, you start a new character, and your level 80 character gives a whole bunch of awesome gear to the low. So it's a low level character, but with gear that puts him way higher than he should be.
Oh. Somebody says there's 3 terms I know of. Kathleen definition, a definition pertaining to min-maxing, and a homosexual definition. Mine's the homosexual definition.
Yeah, it's the same definition.
There's only 2 that I know of. All right, let's see. Except for Kathleen's, when she was coming on to Matt's. Look, Matt's character was rich and dumb. That's all my character needed to know about. All right.
Gobrivore, we don't have music in any of our streams because it gets flagged on the YouTube. Well, the replay gets muted and it gets flagged on YouTube when we put it up. And yes, Twitch they've just introduced some music to use, but I still don't know how that would interact with YouTube, so probably still not going to use it. Not a bad suggestion, though. But anyway, welcoming the subscribers. Go ahead.
Are you looking for an exciting adventure? Why not tune into Temple of the Lava Twinks? That's right, a group of young, sexy, early 20s gay men who care a lot about waxing body hair and maintaining a thin physique go with extremely high-level gear to kill lava bears, and not the rawr kind, the rawr kind. That's right. Will romance win the day, or will our twinks go flying away to find somebody who's a little bit more hospitable? Find out in Temple of the Lava Twinks.
Nice. Justanal,
the new fragrance from Dolce and Gabundaga. Justanal, with its wonderful hints of spice and myrrh and fruit and a little bit of an earthy, mushroomy undertone. Justanal. Notes of lavender and cypress and some brown notes. Justanal is the new scent from Dolce & Gabbana. We have sprayed this man with Justanal. How do you feel, sir?
It smells like crap.
Justanal.
Jimus Mangoes has subscribed. Welcome, Jimus Mangoes, to the chat.
Everybody's like, brown notes, mushrooms. Oh my god. Jimus Mangoes.
Jim is mangoes.
No, Jimus.
Jimus.
Jimmus.
Like Jimusy Christmas.
Jimus Mangoes.
Jimus Mangoes, he's a man. He's like Johnny Appleseed, but for mangoes. Yes, you can. He goes through the swamps and plants mango trees. What do you get? A lot of mangoes. Hooray. 1s, 2s, 3s of mangoes, planting them all around. Oh wait, that's mangroves. These trees withered and died because they were not planted in appropriate land. Jimus Mangoes, he's incompetent, but he tries really hard. Womp womp.
Likes mangoes, not so good at the mango husbandry.
I realized I was thinking of mangrove trees, which are completely different than mango trees, and I'm sure mango trees do not like to grow in swamps.
Kathleen Kicks Balls has subscribed.
Again, every week a commercial about how I will deliver some...
Foxmar, you should probably show them one of the YouTube replays of the actual show. If you're trying to introduce someone to CheckPoint for the first time. Though, hello to Foxmar's friend.
Let's see. Kathleen Kicks Balls. Hey, everybody, I've been advertising the service for weeks and yet nobody will take me up on my offer. Do you need somebody who needs a big old punch to the nuts? Do they need their big boys turned into small shattered boys that are in several pieces? Why not subscribe to Kathleen Kicks Balls? For the one-time low price of $99.95, I will apply some testicular trauma to the victim of your choice. That's right. their Jimothies will soon be Janothies. That's right. They won't just be rustled, they'll be exploded. Kathleen kicks balls. Come on out today and let me make somebody go far, far away, starting with their crotch and then followed by the rest of them at high velocity.
Their Jimuses will get so mangoed.
I like the idea that it's a subscription service.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once a month.
Wait, so he says, the sub-commercials are not the actual show?
It's the ball kick of the month club.
Yeah, subscription service, so it's like you have to keep paying for it.
What if my victim is a woman? Well, if they have some, pool balls or, volleyballs, I'll, ruin them or deflate them, I guess. I mean, it's not really the same.
I think that's fine, Admiral Mamo, but thank you for checking. Whedon Project.
Whedon Project.
Whedon.
Like Joss Whedon.
Yes. Not spelled like that.
I know.
But yes, you got it right this time.
I remember screwing that up the last time.
Well, the first time. It's been a couple times since
Alan
then.
Parsons Project.
Yeah.
Except it's the Whedon Project.
Let's see. Hey, everybody, are you a fan of Joss Whedon stuff? Why wouldn't you be? You like that show he did Brown Coats?
Josh Whedon's Brown Coats. I love it. No, this is great. This is great.
You love the adventures of lesbian Willow and friends. And you're super, super fine with him directing Star Trek.
Star Trek of the Galaxy.
What?
Josh Whedon. This is really good.
But why not tune into the latest Whedon Project? Whedon Project. It's a reality TV show about Josh Whedon and his wacky friends. Like Arm for Trams, some Nature Trams. They go for drinks and to laugh at men mostly, according to Twitter. Come on, so watch it today on the CV network, the Whedon Project.
God damn. My favorite Josh Whedon show is Angle.
Yeah, good one.
Thank you. The Museless one.
The Museless one.
The Museless one.
All right. Hey, everybody, are you looking for a muse to inspire your creative spark? And you're sitting there being like, well, I've been waiting here for at least 40 minutes, and these YouTube videos aren't going to watch themselves, so I would like a bolt of inspiration, or I'm just going to go back to masturbating like I normally do. Well, you know what? You don't need that one. Come on down to the Museless one's freelance inspiration warehouse. I don't have a muse, and it means you don't need one too. Why wait for a bolt of inspiration when I could just zap you with 120 volts of pure electricity? That's what inspiration is, but this one burns more. Hey, sir, are you feeling inspired?
Not really.
How about now? He's
super inspired.
He was quiet for a second because he was thinking about his ideas, not because he was temporarily dead. So come on down to the Museless One's Muse Inspiration Warehouse today.
Still dead, actually. That was just a random muscle spasm.
Yeah. I didn't know if you were going to talk, so I was like, oh.
Whedon Project says the username has nothing to do with Joss Whedon.
I know.
I know.
We know.
We know.
It's just dead funny.
This is. It's hard to come up with these, and Kathleen will take any angle she can.
Yeah.
We do appreciate your continued support, and I'm sorry if you think we're making fun of your name. We really
No,
aren't.
He said it's great.
Oh, okay. Good. Adam rides the D.
Josh Whedon's prequel to Brown Coats is White Coats.
Adam rides the D. Give him all the D. Who likes D? You and me. D. What do you mean? I mean vitamin D. Get your head out of the gutter. You're a pervert. D. D. That's dick.
It's like kind of a mixed message.
It's a roller coaster of emotions.
Iron Bull D.
Museless one asks if he says, so Graham, does this mean I need to use the Thunderlord for everything now? Thunderlord is a arc element exotic machine gun in Destiny. So for electrocuting.
Oh.
Thunder.
Thunderlord.
I think I heard something from the ending there. Well, I'm glad everybody enjoyed that.
And our last sub today, the amazing hobo.
Hey everybody, looking for a superhero for today's day and age of cutbacks and reduced government services? Why not try the amazing hobo? That's right, he may be a regular old homeless person like plague many city streets nowadays, but he's not a regular person. He's not a regular homeless person. He's, in addition to his usual collection of exotic things sourced from garbage cans piled on a cart underneath a tarp that has a weird smell, he also has superpowers!
Da-da-da-da!
That's right, he can run faster than a speeding shopping cart, leap higher than a leaping shopping cart, and dig underground further than some sort of subterranean shopping cart. The amazing hobo has it all.
He was bitten by a radioactive shopping cart.
That's right. He's with his wonderful sidekick Rat Boy, which is actually just a rat in a tiny toque. He takes on the city's corrupt and evil people, but mostly just begs for change outside the shopping mall and makes you feel guilty about not giving him any money. The amazing hobo strikes again.
It's Rat Boy is not one of those cute rats either.
It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
wow, there was not a single Snorch-related ad this week.
No.
I'm not saying do one. I'm just saying, hey, it's cool that we don't have to do them every week.
We're good.
But I think we're going to wrap up now.
I think so, yeah. We can go get some lunch and get ready for... We have to go film.
Yep.
And you got your stream. Mm-hmm. Play more Shadow of the Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus, yeah. I mean, some people have asked, while we're doing with the new year of videos and so forth, someone has asked, are we going to be continuing to do Friday nights?
Yes.
Yes.
Which is indeed true, and I believe that's what...
we are going to go film a scene for
going
it.
to film, so...
Yeah.
So,
That
yeah,
should be
that's
good.
happening.
And, a reminder down here at the bottom of the screen, patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. That is our Patreon that is support and is now findable.
Yes.
Because apparently so we set up our Patreon and we put it to private because we wanted to set it up and make sure it was all ready to go before people saw it. And that didn't work.
No.
Because if you typed in patreon.com/loadingreadyrun, it just showed up. And so we're like, okay, well, I guess everyone can see it.
Yep.
And so we're like, okay, that's fine. And we just let it go. Turns out what that privacy thing did is made it so it didn't show up in any search engines or Patreon's internal search system.
So if you're like, what is
for the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Yeah, we've had people be like, I can't find it. And we're like, oh, here's the link. And they're like, oh, okay. And we're like, what do you mean you can't find it? I don't understand.
Yeah, we're not good at this.
Yeah.
So I feel that that's Patreon's fault more than ours.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You can now find it if for some reason you were trying to find it and you refused to type in the URL directly.
Yeah.
Yay!
So, thank you so much for that. And now we're going to take the stream offline for about 40 minutes, and then Paul will be back with things on my stream.
Woo!
Playing Shadow of the Colossus, and then Beej is in later tonight. Beej and Heather are in later tonight for Beej's backlog.
Yeah. I think he's...
Still... Actually, Heather's here. Hey, Heather? She's in the other room. I think they're still playing Shadowrun.
All right.
But I think they're getting close. I could be wrong.
Shadow of the Colossus, Shadowrun. It's a very shadowy day.
It's a shadowy day. All right. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll talk to you a little later on today.
All right.
Bye,
See you guys
everybody.
in a bit.